But I do believe, guys, we need to get on to the Bellew of the week at this point in time. It's been fantastic discussion, though. Let's see here. We've already listened to that Bob Arum one earlier in the day. Let's see here. Let's do a call. Let's do this one. It's a little bit long, but there was a press conference for Joyce against Derek Chisora, and guys, there is just a good number of highlights on this.
Sauna place, so when I got a message.
In your where?
The Russian sauna, bathhouse. I thought the press conference was like tomorrow, not today.
Never mind.
By the time we finish the fight, someone is going to have less brain cells left in their brain, so...
Yay!
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Well, I hope that's not the case. I just hope you got something to start out with.
Do you feel as though Derek Chisora's been avoiding you over the years at all, Joe?
Don't shut up. I don't avoid nobody. Shut up. Go away.
You told me to my face you weren't going to fight me, mate.
What are you talking about, man? Go on. I know you want to ask some questions. Go on, you little rat.
Do you think he's still the same juggernaut that he once was? What do you think?
As long as you can walk with 2 feet and you can still get your cock up, if you're a man, you're good. You understand? So as long as jogging his cock up, he's fine. You understand? So anything else is just a bonus. Is that my food?
Yeah, I think yours is a 5 Guys.
Frank Warren, I want to be honest with you. Yeah. Normally I come here in the after hours when I'm on fucking MDMA and I'm partying hard like motherfucker. And I'm surprised I'm here today. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, where's the DJ?
I've never, when I've been down there, you've never been here.
After I beat you up, can we smoke weed together? You're a grown man. Don't worry about it. Don't look at them, though. Them motherfuckers smoke weed as well. Don't let them fucking fool you. We smoke weed together. Don't worry about it. Come to my house. Everybody comes to my house.
Sounds like me fucking talking to myself in the mirror on Monday morning, geeing myself up for the week. That's us.
I think Metropolitan Finance, if you could send that video, might be chapping doors first thing Monday morning.
Oh my God.
Metropolitan Finance.
Gentlemen, British sports got to be watching that, wouldn't you think, and being like, did we let this guy fight?
MDMA. Fucking love it, man. Jesus. He's taking
Sorry,
Mandy.
I'm just over at Derek Chisora's house.
Yeah, we got up the Del Boys for some Mandy. Let's go. Oh, who's Mandy? I don't know about that.
Unfortunately, Dom couldn't join us this week, and he had all the GAD material himself. But we do have plenty here. See here. Here's Anthony and his belt collection. Says few belts over the years. I had the prize top left arrive a few days ago, and it's a Matchroom Boxing Hall of Fame award, which made me extremely proud to achieve. The people they've worked with over the years is unreal. So to be amongst them in there, I was proud to say the least. Just adding it to his collection there.
Well, if anyone deserves to be in the Matchroom, if anyone deserved to be in the Matchroom Boxing Hall of Fame, it's Tony Bellew, because he beat the fucking drum for Matchroom over the years, didn't he? He was the #1 Matchroom cheerleader, so good for him. It looks like the logo off the packet of M&Ms, by the way, the fucking award.
I say congratulations, Anthony. Let's see here. Garcia's getting his hair tested.
Oh, that's going to come back hot as well. I don't know why he keeps doing this.
I need to do drugs then, mate. I'm never getting fucking drug tested for fucking hair.
That is a win. That's an absolute win. I never even thought about that as an advantage, Andy. Good for you. Let's see here. The good doctor getting involved in things here says, Alexander Usyk said Tyson Fury, an actor, plays for the camera. My advice is to Usyk. Tyson Fury is different from the heavyweight boxers you defeated. You're a fine boxer with uncommon stamina, but Fury will knock you out if you really box more than he boxed Wilder. You can't win.
All right, chill out, Adrian from fucking Rocky 4.
He's like, he's becoming. What's that guy's name again? Is it D-Ware? No, D-Ware. Dwyer. He does all the kind of fight predictions and that. That's what Dr. Joe's turning into.
Yeah, the okra has failed him, gentlemen. The okra has failed him. See here.
There's no easy way out.
Got a little bit of a fake tan going on in Taylor here.
I didn't understand why folk do it.
He's letting the side down there for the Scots, Andy. You wouldn't catch you with a fake tan on you. No
What you fuck, mate? Mate, it would take me a fucking month of sunbathing to get white. I'm pale blue, no fucking white.
For Andy to get tan, Andy would have to get skin cancer in the process. I don't think it's a worthy prospect.
I didn't get third-degree burns, man. I get a tan, for fuck's sake.
Let's see here. All right, and that's all the images we got, but we have plenty more videos. Let's see here. Looks like we got some Barry Hurt
Simon
action.
Wright about Eddie and Conor Benn.
Yeah. I mean, goes deeper than that. This goes down to the type of people you are. I don't think we particularly handled the Conor Benn situation very well from the outside. And bear in mind, I am the outside. Eddie's the boss. But the one thing I know in my heart is that kid's clean. And I know, and I'm not even going to give you a reason for why I know it. I know the family, I know the boy, I go into his soul, and I know he's clean. But whether it's provable clean or whether he's got to have, and he'll have that stigma around him for the rest of his career, whatever happens. I just want to see the boy. Listen, it's 2 years now.
Oh, 2 years.
Well, if Barry Hearn's saying it, then I think we should just give him his license back. He's clean. He looked into his soul. There's nothing more to fucking see here.
We've got Barry Hearn here, who's wanting to be AKA Christopher. What's his fucking name back in the days of the Satanist? What was his name? The actor, Christopher, old horror guy.
Oh, fucking. Fuck me.
Tipping my tongue. What's his fucking
You're
name?
fucking me up now. I can't remember. You got me to say it.
Winding me up. What's his name? It's just flowing out of me there too.
Oh, shit.
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. There we go. Fucking hell.
Get back in your coffin with a packet of Stella.
I can see into his soul. Fuck off, Barry.
And we had one person in Saudi Arabia who was quite particularly disappointed that the fight was not stopped last week when Usyk had Fury along the ropes.
I tell you, there was nobody happier last week than fucking David Hay.
Looked like a peek behind the curtain there in the climactic scene of a trouble, doesn't it?
I don't know what they did, but somebody sure pissed off Stevie Wonder.
I think that was David Hay's
Yeah,
sex
whoever
face
dressed him
there, by
normally.
the way. Rob.
Let's see
Sorry, Andy,
here.
what was that, dude?
Was that David Hay's sex face it was putting on there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looked like the climactic scene behind the trouble there. Fucking into what the fuck?
Probably reacts the same when somebody leaves his harem.
He's the number 2 that, by the way, Des, that you were talking about, the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Pop Shagger.
We got our good friend Ryan Garcia. He's on the patrol for a new wife.
Ryan Garcia on the hunt for wife number 4 in Dubai. He is currently taking auditions. If you can box, that will give you an advantage.
Jab right. Good. Jab right. Jab right. Now move. Keep going. That was good. Yalla, that was good.
Ooh. Well, I'd say
wife number 4. What age is he? 26. Fucking hell.
You don't have to marry him all. He's like Evander Holyfield. Just fucking date someone, right? You don't have to fucking marry all of them. I would say she's worth adding to the stable, but you might make her a fatal error because she's too good on the inside for him, and he's too vulnerable. You know that way he hangs his chin up, so he might be asking for trouble there. Like
wife number 4, man. I mean, fucking hell, engagement times on the switchboard, but for fuck's sake, man. Surely
he just goes to Vegas for the weekend, only gets married, comes back, fucking, you know what I mean? Divorced.
That just goes to prove that Ryan. That just goes to prove that Ryan Garcia's mental illness is in fact legit. If he's getting married 4 times before he's even 30, man.
That's what we need him up in front of the commission now. Somebody stop this.
And let's see here. We also have 3 entries for Mr. Frank Warren.
He negated a lot of the stuff he'd done, and it was a fight of 2 halves for me. And certainly with those uppercuts that he was throwing, he caught him with. He was catching him with those, some good body shots, but the uppercuts definitely gave him a lot of problems. And the end of that 6th or 7th round, when he went back to that corner, I mean, he was struggling until he kissed the crucifix.
Yeah. Well, God's there for all of us, isn't he? I suppose.
Well, there you go.
One, number 2.
Sort of closing out, I saw some reports in the Daily Mail that 20 million people reportedly illegally streamed the fight. Did you see those reports? And, what was the impact? Obviously, you wanted the fight to do well on TNT box office.
It has done well, but those, that's what they're fighting against all the time. And, all you're doing, you're stealing from the boxers' purses. That's what you're doing. Those guys are entertaining you. You do those illegal streams, you are stealing from their purses. Facts of life.
And number 3.
Carl Froch felt that Fury was a bit, nervous going into the fight. Did you see any different demeanour from Tyson? Was there anything different about him going into the fight?
I don't pay any credence to what Carl Froch says about Tyson because he's a hater. He's a member of the Flat Earth Society, as you well know, and the Flathead Society.
Oh man! Oh, it's given a lot of good work there.
I love Frank Warren, man. I don't care. I know we're not. I'm not biased towards either of them, but I can't. It's hard to hate Frank Warren, man. I don't give a fuck. He's a fucking legend.
The fucking front of him calling someone else a hater.
Him and Eddie know best mates as well. Like, hilarious this is.
Right, and why don't we one more time play the Bob Father's reaction after the scorecards were read for Taylor versus Catterall.
Important to you now.
Hey,
you want to give? Bob wants to speak.
I saw the fight like everybody else. Those scorecards were a disgrace. Were an absolute disgrace. And I really feel sorry for Josh. I thought he won the fight, but those scorecards were ridiculous. And that's the lesson. I will never, ever allow an American fighter to come here with this British board scoring the fight. Those scores were ridiculous.
Well, let's try and bring in...
Go on there, Bob Father, man. No
Bob.
fucks given. Stand your grin, mate. Double down.
Fucking into him. This is where you miss Wellington, because he would have dubbed Ozzie Smith's voice onto that saying absolute disgrace, wouldn't he? He would have done that.
Well,
Brilliant
Andy,
for the Bob Potter.
Andy, what do you have this week?
Not very much, mate. Obviously, one fight we missed out this week actually was the Lawrence Okolie fight, so I'll just throw that one in.
Oh, give me one for not mentioning the Okolie fight.
No, mate, we'll just put this whole fight in the Bellew of the week because fucking the guy that he fought the pole, man, bum, Euro bum, right? And of course, if you look at the Bridgeweight rankings, right, they're full of Euro bums, right? And Okolie celebrated that like it was like that title meant something there last night. Then you got Joe Gallagher coming out talking about unification fights at Bridgeweight. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there only one sanctioned body that recognises cruiserweight, or did I get that wrong?
I think there's 2 now. I think WBC and WBO for some reason.
Well, whatever, man. So anyway, one for Okolie and one for that Eurobum that he faced as well. That was honestly I tell you what it was like. I mean, everybody has slagged Okolie for since he turned pro, right? He went into that fight there, and you would have thought he was facing. Honestly, you would have think, that was the type of opponent he would have faced coming up through the ranks, and he's beat him for a so-called world title. Didn't just beat him, fucking destroyed him. Had him doing 3 times, I'm sure. The guy wasn't even up to it. All Okolie today was just step to him and just start throwing shots. So I would just throw that, and I think that was just shit, man. It was Eurobum card. It was like going back to the Eurosport days back to the 90s. That's how fucking bad it was.
And now he can claim he's a 2-weight world champion. Maybe that's the true Bellew of the week for him. Right on.
And one for the IBF. I think they're going to fucking strip Usyk again. So I think that's doing the room. So
Okay, well that's dumb. Des, do you have anything?
No, mate. I'm just an observer. I'm just hanging around listening to you guys.
Okay, I might ask you for a vote. Don't be. Rob, what do you got?
No, it's a light week this week, like for Bellews of the week. I enjoyed all the nominations. So I think they were pretty strong this week. Like Chisora, rinsing the life out of his last ever probably pay-per-view. Or is this a pay-per-view fight? Probably. But yeah, knows how to sell a fight by just being himself. Like, it doesn't give a shit. So yeah, that was pretty good.
All right. So we had what the boys just nominated there, or did not nominate there, as you may see it. We also had Bellew and his new belt, Garcia and his hair sample, the doctor and his belief that Usyk could not win under any circumstances, and Taylor's fading pan. We also had our good friend Derek Chisora in his comments at the Joyce press conference, Bob Arum in his comments on the scorecards following the Taylor Catterall fight, David Hayes' reaction to the ninth round of Usyk versus Fury, Barry Hearn on Conor Benn's innocence, Ryan Garcia and his seeking to find a new wife, as well as Frank Warren with, count them, not one, not two, but 3 separate submissions. Andy, who are you going for?
After you review it like that, it's actually quite solid, actually, because they were quite solid, the ones for Frank and that. Ryan Garcia, solid. Fourth wife, hunting. Intervention required there, one, rapidly. I'm happy to do it for a fee. Friends, you do it for free, though, just in that regard. But what was the other one, mate? Just the no belt. Barry Hearn. I really liked that one. He saw into Conor Benn's soul. I think that one's pretty solid, to be fair. But I've got to go for the Bob Father. Just to get up there in front of thousands of natives, local natives. He's like, fuck this shit, man. He's fucking hand grenade in there. So Bob Father for me.
One for the Bob Father. I don't know about that. I think Des, this week I got to throw in for Del Boy.
I'm going to back up David Hay, because that was everybody last week, by the way. David Hay, that was everybody last week at that moment.
Okay. Des, I got to go Del Boy. I mean, just the rapid fire that he had for his drug-fueled talk was fantastic.
I think Barry Herman was interesting, because you'd have thought someone in Barry's position would be saying, we want to get to the bottom of this. We want to unwrap all this, unpack all this. We want to be forensic about this. But he almost looked at Jim White and said, "Come on, he's been out 2 years. Give the kid a break." You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay then, right? So that's the man at the head of the sport. Okay, but I'm going to give it to the Bob Father, because what I like about Bob is you got all these fellas in the ring: Diamante, Eddie Earn, Jack Catterall. They're all in the ring. Mr. Big. And the Bob Father walks in, takes the mic off someone, and they all stand there like naughty schoolboys while he's talking. I'm going to go for Bob Arum. Oh, I can't believe he's as old as he is and gets around the world. 93 and goes to every show he promotes. I think he's brilliant.
He's hunching over a little bit, looking a little bit more like Mickey Rooney these days, but he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Rob, you have a chance to make it a tie, throw in a totally different submission entirely, or a vote, or make it a runaway for Mr. Arum.
Oh no, listen, it's got to be the rightful fucking king, the Bob Father. I remember as a child reading an article, I didn't fully understand what they were talking about, but you know the way they used to do these like quotes at the back of the Ring magazine. Such a guy said this about someone, and it was like some fighter had said about Don King and Bob Arum. It was like, Don King and Bob Arum are cockroaches. If there was a nuclear holocaust, 2 things would survive: cockroaches, Don King, and Bob Arum. And here we are in 2024, and this motherfucker's 90-something years of age in the ring.
Evil never dies, Rob. Evil never dies.
An absolute disgrace, and he's never letting the fucking British board referee one of his fighters again. Amazing, man. And he was probably calm after having an edible at that stage. So fucking the Bob is a legend, man. An absolute fucking legend. And the day he leaves the sport is going to be a sad day. Probably not for the fighters under him, but for the rest of us.